Hey everybody, so I'm back with another video. Um, and in this video, I'm gonna be walking through kind of some loop kind of engineering. So basically, I kind of created this project yesterday, kind of from scratch with the help of my AI agents. And pretty much, I created three agents, really four. But my first agent is the architecture agent. So if I go to the working tree reverse the kit object version, but I created my first agent, which is, and I kind of like, I'm gonna explain, because I put a lot of guardrails around my agent, so they have to ask me questions. So I'm gonna say no to this, but um, I created my agents, architectural agent, which kind of builds out my architecture, my infrastructure. Well, it actually doesn't build it; it just kind of creates a diagram for the lab. So if I go here, where is it at? Oh, there we go. Boom. So I have an architecture MD file, and pretty much what I try to strive to do is have you know the artificial intelligence prompt the other artificial intelligence, and then I create loops, and then I create loops, and then I create sorry, did somebody call me? Yeah, but I create loops, and then I give them a goal and a cron job, and basically it kind of works out the kinks of things. So, and I like to do small tasks at a time. So the first thing I'll do is I'll create, architecture MD file, and it just kind of gives out everything. So we go over AWS organization, service control policies, and then kind of networking, security decisions. Basic things like private subnets for databases, or in this instance, I need flow logs. I need an application load balancer, a WAF, for my web application firewall. But I'm just getting the access logs, because what I'm doing is I'm implementing all of this and putting it into Splunk. Um, and then I'm going through Splunk and deepening my understanding of each incident using Cloudtrail API activity. Kind of guard duty finding, security hub. I might use Macy and Inspector for vulnerability management. Um, so this isn't necessarily a lab, more so about like solutions architecture and kind of making sure that, hey, businesses make sure that you know high availability or disaster recovery or fault tolerance. This is more so a lot of security and making sure that everything is going how it should go. Everything is compliant. So I might go use AWS config to make sure to go through and see, okay, what's tagged and what's compliant. If it's not compliant, then I need to go back and make sure it's compliant or automate that. Um, so yeah, this is just like the MD file, right? And then I have a builder agent, which actually I can kind of give you guys an example. So let's say, um, yes. So yes, yes, screen. And then so I like also how it asks me screenshots, commit, push, destroy. So yes, screenshots, then commit, then push to remote repo, and then destroy the infrastructure for cost optimization. I probably spelled that wrong. I spelled that wrong right there, but yes. So then another thing that I did is now Soul 5 point. Okay, we'll just fix that for right now. Docker daemon is AWS. So I put a lot of guardrails around my agents. That's why it asked me so many questions. But I also, since Sol 5.6 came out, so I have the architecture agent, then I have the builder agent, and then I have like a kind of like a three sub agents, which I kind of I queue them up a lot. Yeah, start the container, start, and I think Splunk should show up right here. I'll have to log in, but it should show up right here. Not bad. But what I did was I created three sub agents, so I kind of a janitor kind of agent, which you'll see in a second after they get the screenshots and push it to my GitHub repository. But also another thing that I did was I created two other agents, which is a Sentinel type of agent, which makes sure hey everything is compliant, everything is following the guardrails because I think you know making sure that your agents are governed correctly is very important. Because it could be scary if your agents are just running off doing their own thing. Another thing that I noticed from creating these kind of loops and giving them these goals and these cron jobs is that you have to add pushback. You can't just agree with everything that your agents say. So you have to actually go through and read. For example, like I'm reading my main TF, right? My main, and I like how they put comments as well. So she says phase 3 pattern A S3 to SNS to SQS ingestion for a local Splunk add-on for AWS. So I add the Splunk add-on for AWS so I can ingest the Cloudtrail API calls to Splunk. Um, and I'm just going through each resource. Okay, boom, this is the resource. Okay, now I'm going to the name. Okay, now then I go to my variables. Okay, so okay, well, variables. You know what I'm saying? Now you look at each variable and go through the description, the S3 bucket name. If you want to change it, obviously you can change it. It's not going to be a big deal. Your agents will adjust. Visibility timeout seconds. 300 seconds. We have key management system services. Key Amazon resource name, and then um, number of resources before a message is moved to a dead letter queue. 5. Have name prefixes. Then we have our outputs. That's really good for when I had to log into Splunk. I had to add like an access key, so I had to use the output. Check Splunk web page login response. Yes, and then it's doing at the same time. It's running my Docker container at the same time. So if I go to Docker, all right. I don't think they started Splunk. Yeah, they did start Splunk. So it's running. Splunk is running right now. Obviously, they can't, type in my password for Splunk, but I can. So transfer less security. So basically encryption on port 8000. That's fine. But yeah, also what I was also saying was with codecs. Okay, that's fine because I already have the extension. But so I already have the sub agent. So I have the Sentinel, which is the policy agent. Then I have my junk kind of agent that make sure everything is cleaned up. So for cost optimization, especially for myself, like I have a very tight budget. Especially since I do a lot of work in the cloud, my budget is like $20 a month. $30 a month. So I want to make sure that hey, like I'm not using a T3 large, you know what I'm saying? I'm using like a T3 micro and lower. But actually I don't want it to, so let me open up my container myself. Let's see. Splunk doesn't have my password. I have my own password. So I don't even remember my password, so I actually need to go to. And obviously all this infrastructure will be destroyed by then, so and you obviously won't be able to tell what I'm typing in, so this isn't a big problem. Okay, but actually I'm gonna go, so if I go Splunk add-on for AWS, I go to search, I wonder if my log, yeah, because I didn't destroy the infrastructure yet. So we're gonna actually go here. Also, try hack me actually is really good tool. A lot. It helps a lot with learning stuff as well. So I go boom next. AWS Cloudtrail. Let's go to all time. So okay, there I was about to say I know I have more events than that. So yep. So now, so if I go to AWS, right, I'm going to show you the difference between Splunk and Cloudtrail. So I'm in my S3 buckets. Let's go to Cloudtrail. This is just track user activity and API usage. So if I go to Trails, I can go to this one. So I don't have a log registered, but what I could do is go to event history. Boom. So now this is just all the event history, right? So if I click on an event, console logged in, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, for security purposes, you should not use your root. Ooh, let me change that. Okay. I'm gonna destroy all the infrastructure in a second anyway. So, yeah, you should never use your root, you know what I'm saying, for security purposes. But if I go to Splunk, you see how it's not as detailed, right? But if I go to Splunk, now boom, I have all of these, you know, I have user identity, I open that up, invoked by Cloudtrail. Now this is where stuff gets fun. Boom, let's say I want to do, let's go, I obviously probably wouldn't be like that, but now I scoped it to 140 events. Now we have read only, access, management event, our region, US East 1. We got the timestamps. So that's like 128. 128. And a lot of this is just all of my infrastructure. So what I could do to kind of scope it, let's say I go to my source, boom, now I got one event, right? You got the ID, request ID, parameters are null, event ID. So that's actually pretty cool. Let's see if I can go back though. I wonder if it worked like this. Okay, see, this is just all from, you know, not even from Cloudtrail. This is just all. So I created my index to be Cloudtrail. So I'll go back to my Cloudtrail logs and yeah, my containers, you know, I can do source, IP address, status, start time, you know, tags. Let's go to my tags. Let's go to some role. Boom. See this happen all yesterday. So I did a lot of work in AWS yesterday. But now this is so I'm gonna show you guys something. No. So we're gonna deny this and be like, okay, boom. Hey, I'm just want to show you my client. I would like for my janitor agent to clean up any mess and infrastructure, because I haven't used the janitor agent yet. After screenshots are pushed to remote repo. And also, actually, I'm gonna do this. So boom, now we're gonna go to remote. Boom. Now I have my phone right here. So I'm gonna allow Claude to take a screenshot. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remote access this, right? And actually, what I'm gonna do is go boom to so I'm allowing to take the screenshots, getting the screenshots, right? But I'm gonna click boom / remote. My bad. Probably didn't work before because it's taking the screenshots right now. Oh, okay. So yeah, my remote control is already connected, and I can just give it things to do right now. So let's do boom escape. Boom. messed up. Incognito chat. No, why are you messing up? I just want to kind of show you the remote control, which is actually a great feature. Okay, yeah, I can collect that. That's remote. But why is it? Usually this works. I'm just trying to figure out why it's not working right now. Oh, there we go. So it's right there. Okay, so I have the remote environment on my phone. I'm like, what's going on? So I'm like, okay, now continue. So I'm doing everything from my phone now. And you're gonna start seeing everything queue up in a second. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it to automatic mode. Yep, so I have one agent on. So you use shift tab to cycle. And it's pretty much creating my infrastructure. So I have my remote environment right now. So yeah, um, my agent, and then also I can, well, auto mode's already on. So, but let's see. I'm gonna try and do the dash remote one more time because maybe I'm tripping. Alright, no, now I'm gonna be doing dash remote. Alright, we're good now. I'm good. Alright, so it's working now. I'm like, what is going on? But yeah, so just kind of want to give you a walkthrough of my setup, and thanks for watching.